All right. First of all, I want you to write down, don't say it. Please don't say it. Write down our 2 memory things, or at least the first one. At least the first one from 2 weeks ago. Hopefully you practice them every day. If you practice them every day, you will know them. I will tell you what it is. I will not leave you in suspense, but I want to give you a chance first. All right, you ready, Ben? Yeah. Okay. Say it with me. Possunt quia posse videntur. Posse? Possunt quia posse videntur. They are able because they seem to be able. Bene. What was last week's? Semper fidelis. What does that mean? Always faithful. Yay. I'm going to give you another one this week, and it's really short. And by the way, I feel like if you can remember semper fidelis, means always faithful. Now you know what semper means, and you know what fidelis means, right? And you didn't even work to learn it. You just... So here's our new saying of the week. Nunc aut numquam. Nunc aut numquam. Nunc aut numquam. Can you see it, Julia? All right. Yeah. Now or never. Now or never. When will you learn Latin? It's now or never. That's not really true. You could learn it later. Nunc aut numquam. So if you learn this, now you've learned 3 more words. Now or never, which words that might come in very handy. Nunc aut numquam. All right. Julia said, quite correctly, questions. I would like to know from you guys, before we do anything, as you worked back through the chapter this week, is there anything, any section, and you thought, I have no clue what's going on here. I don't understand this at all. Or a word. I just worked really hard and I can't figure out what this word means. All right, awesome. Well, this is the oh, yes, ma'am. Please. Yes.
I was going to say, would it be like the same as totus, which is like all entirely, but I guess not. With like the phrase totus tuus, it's like totally yours.
Yes. Okay, that is a very good, so your just question is how's it? So yeah, totus.
I thought they were the same word almost at first, but I see that they're not.
Totus tuus. It's 2 adjectives. Totus, and it does totally. Totus aum. So, totum donum, the whole gift, the entire gift. Tota cena, the entire dinner. It matches what it's talking about. So, totus, for you, you would be tota tua. Yeah, because it's describing you, you're tota tua. And so, and tuus means yours. So wholly yours. It's just 2 adjectives together.
Yeah, I guess what my thought process was, I was thinking that like totally yours and always were like the same, but I see that they're not.
Oh.
For a second, my brain was saying, oh, they're like the same word. Why is it not? Why is it separate?
I see. Yeah, completely and always don't mean the same thing, do they? The watered bottle could be completely full, totally full. But it doesn't have to be always full. That's a very good distinction. All right. Anything else? Any issues, problems? All right. Well, let's take a look at last week's homework. And if my notes do not lie, I had you do exercises 2, 3, and 4 is on the back. Okay. So let's just start with the front here, the worksheet, the exercise 2. I went ahead and did it so that, I don't have to, I wonder, to make sure that that we used all the words and everything.
Did we use all of them?
We did use all the words. Oh, I skipped, I skipped one, but it is the word that should go there. I'm not sure why I didn't do that one. Okay, so let's go through this. This is a little tiresome, but it's good practice, okay? So, number 1, something dividitur in duodecim menses. Duodecim. Anus. And est anus. That's the form we want because it's the subject. Anus dividitur. Anus dividitur. It's happening to the year, isn't it? A year is divided. So we have dividitur. Passive. Januarius est primus. I'm reading it. What did you put in the blank? Non est nunc. Januarius est primus something anni. Januarius is the first something of the year. Mensis. Januarius mensis anni primus est. Januarius est primus mensis. I don't feel like they're 30 or 31 days in the brackets. It was very helpful to know what they wanted us to say there. But they mean a period of 30 or 31 days is a month, except for February. Any questions about that sentence? Does that make sense? Yeah, I see exactly why you would say nunc. Because January is now the first, because they told us in the reading that it wasn't originally, so this makes sense. December est mensis anni post remus, est post remus mensis. Ultimus significat post remus. Synonima sunt post remus ultima. Bene. In anno sunt trecenti, bene. Trecenti. Oh, okay. So here, this one was hard. When my eyes first looked at this, I don't know what you want. Because what do we have? In a year are something, something, quinque. What does quinque mean? Unus, duo, tres, quator, quinque. Quinque means 5. So something, something, 5. And then in Roman numerals behind it, we have 300, then 60, then 5. So they want us to say 300, then 60. So trecenti is 300. Which of those things means 60 up there? Sexaginta. Trecenti, sexaginta, quinque. And what are there 365 of? Dies. Bene, dies. So the whole sentence reads, in anno sunt trecenti, sexaginta, quinque, dies. Est bene? Bene. Okay, 5. Okay, what est centum anne? Centum, 100. Saeculum. Bene. Saeculum est centum anne. What do we call 100 years? A century. And look at that, C-E-N-T, centum. A century. We call it after centum, 100. Okay. Et duosaecula sunt, how many? Duecenti anni. Bene. Centum anni, 100 years. Out. Oh, saeculum. We just nunc aut numquam. Quid significat out? Well. Centum anni vel saeculum est longum tempus. Est longum tempus. Question for you guys. Since that's the right answer, can anyone tell me what gender tempus is? Is it masculine, is it feminine, or is it neuter? It's either neuter or masculine, but it's singular. If we say longum tempus, it has an The adjective, it's a long time, longum tempus. It's not longus tempus. It's not longa tempus. It's longum tempus. Would be longus tempus. It's neuter. Longum. Is neuter. So if we say longum tempus, tempus must be neuter. If it was masculine, they'd say longus tempus. And if it was feminine, they'd say longa. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I mean by that? Okay, awesome. All right, number 7. Mensis Januarius. Adeo Jano. No. Very close. No, you got the right. You got the right. So nominari is what they have up above, right?
Yeah.
But we have to make it fit the sentence. Nominari means to be named. But it wouldn't make sense to say the month of January to be named by the god Janus. That no. So nominari is it nominari or nominare? Nominare. Okay. Is the verb. So if the verb were vocare, pretend it's vocare, how do we say Marcus calls? What?
With an I?
Well, that would be to be called. But say vocat. We would say Marcus vocat. Right? And if it was Marcus et Quintus, we'd say vocant. So vocat is singular, vocant is plural. Nominat, except. That's active. That would say the month of January names. We want is named. So how do we say Marcus is being called? Yeah, he is carried. Yeah. Julius equo vehitur. Marcus vocatur, by his mother. The month of January, nominatur. Nominatur. Do you follow my reasoning?
Yeah.
Nominatur. You just said tour. So if it's active, nominat, like if a parent names their child, nominat. The child is named. Nominatur. Bene. Januarius nominatur adeo Jano. Bene. All right, we ready for the next one? Are we good? 8. Janus est Deus Romanus, cui duae Facies. 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 Facies is one of those new fifth declensions. S-A-E-A-E-M-A. S-R-M-A-B-U-S. Facies. Tu e facies. Est mirabile. Mirabile, dictu. Okay, bene. Tempore antiquo. It is in tempore antiquo. Martius mensis primus erat. Erat. Bene. Erat. In antiquo tempore. Tunc, illo tempori, in that time, then, October mensis octavus erat. October. Sed nunc, bene, nunc hoc tempori, Januarius est mensis primus. October, igitur, ergo est therefore. Therefore, since January is the first now, October is now the 10th month, even though it still has the name 8 in its name, which is just so very confusing. Okay. Februarius duodecimata out undecimata dies habet. Duodecimata out undecimata. Quid est? Est trigenta. Est trigenta. Duo de trigenta. Well, out de trigenta. This is how they call the 1 below and the 2 below, the 8 and the 9 of everyone. You know, you get to the 10, and then it's like 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and then it's 2 from 50, 1 from 50. That's how they say it. So 2 from 30 or 1 from 30 every 4 years, right? On a leap year. Is that okay with everybody? Ketri menses undecim, 11. Ketri undecim menses longiores sunt. Februarius brevissimus est. Brevissimus. Ketri menses longiores sunt. Aprilis habet dies. Oh, number 14. Trigenta. Trigenta. Et quoque item. Junius. Trigenta dies habet. Bene. Est more. All right. Sex menses sunt non est hora. Hora is hour. 6 months are an hour. That's a really long hour, or a really short 6 months. And pars anni, part of the year. Pars anni. 6 months are what part? De media. De media. De media. Pars est femininum. De media. Est de media pars anni. De media. Prima pars diei est mane. Nunc est mane. Nunc est mane. Prima pars. Et dies est tempus amane ad sed vesper. Vesper is one of the. Yeah, we have to find the right form. So, first of all, let's just decline evening. Vesper, vesperis, vesperi, vesperem, vespere. So it's one of these.
It's not the top.
X is E-M-A. Okay, so it's odd. Ad vesperem. So our question is, do we remember which of these cases odd uses? It is not the first one because it's not subject. Is it possessing something? No. Is it getting something? Is it receiving something like an indirect object? No. So we have two choices. No. Vesperem. Oh, vespere. Sorry. They're not the same. So ad means to or towards. It's a preposition, and we learned that ablative is with preposition. However, we also learned something else. Whenever a preposition means you're moving, we use accusative, and whenever a preposition means you're standing still, we use ablative. Do you think towards means moving or not moving? It is. It's ad vesperem. It is. Ad takes the accusative because it has the idea. And if you think about it, I realize we're not literally moving when we go from morning to evening. But the hours are kind of moving. It started in the morning and it went along all the way till it got up to the evening, toward evening. I don't know. We own that building back there too. So my church people might go and they might be putting things in there. That house back there. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, number 18. Something est tempus a vespero, nox est tempus a vespero ad mane. Bene. From evening to morning is nox. Mane est, mane non est finis diei, est Julia. Est iter. The man is walking. It's a journey. Julia. Est initium. Est finis. Est initium. Est finis. Dies est. This dies. Initium. Dies est initium. It's the beginning. Does that make sense? Initium. We have the word initial. Not like you write your initials, but we say the initial meeting or something like that means the first. Mane est initium, vesper est, because we have another line on number 19. Mane est initium, vesper est finis. Est initium, est finis. Sol oritur. Oh, est sol. Est initium diei. Et est sol. Sol est. Oh, finis. Initium. Morning is the beginning of the day. Initium. Is initium not listed there?
Yeah, it is. I think
Oh, okay.
so. It's right by.
I thought I found all of them. I'm having trouble finding it now, but
It's right by item. Or like how you
item. Oh, initium. Bene. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
So initial and final. Initium, finis. Okay, 20. Dies in duodecem. Hora est verbum, sed in est hora, horai, horam, hora. Horai, horarum, horis, horas, horis. In. Okay. Est singularis vel pluralis. Hic. Is it singular or plural, do you think it's going to be? A day is divided into an hour. It's going to be plural. It's going to be plural. Hours, okay? So it's got in.
And it's not accusative because it would use odd for the accusative, right?
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Remember, in can go both ways. When we mean in, like I'm in this room, just here, in plus the ablative. When I say I'm going into the room, I use accusative. So it kind of depends on how you read this question. A day is divided in 12 hours, or a day is divided into 12 hours. Which do you like? Well, it can't be the subject because it's got in. Well, let's think about this. Julia, if it's the object of the preposition in, it can't be a subject. It's in hours. So it can't be a subject, it can't be possessive, it can't be an indirect object, it has to be one of these. So the question is, do we think it's divided in 12 hours or into 12 hours?
Into?
I said into,
Okay.
which would mean it's horas, into 12 hours. I want to make sure you understand. I'll take as long as we want to, I just want to, it doesn't do any good to plow through, even if we didn't get them all done for some reason, as long as you understand. Okay, number 21, it's the last one. Hora sexta, quae nominatur meridies, diem dividit in duas partes, est meridies, noon. Divides the day into two parts, and the parts are, what? Said it says it's look in the little bracket, it has an equal sign. Yes, so there's a word that means equal. Two equal parts. And it should be the aequus, said, est partes, duas, partes. Everybody look here. Two, this is an A. Two equal parts. Duas aequas partes. Because we found out that pars is feminine, and if they used two feminine plural accusative, then this is going to have to match it. Two equal parts. Duas aequas partes. Bene. Bene. Okay, let's look at exercise 4. Exercise 4, honestly, is pretty easy because you just don't have, but I will put, in case we have trouble, I'll put and the fact that I gave you that declension sheet hopefully helped. This tells you flat out at the beginning, a duration of time is written in the accusative case. In other words, all of these are accusative. We just have to decide if it's going to be singular or plural or feminine or masculine or whatever. So, homo sanus cantum an annos vivere potest. A healthy man is able to live 100 years, maybe, unless he gets hit by a bus. It's hard on you. Nemo ducentos annos vivit. No one lives 200 years. Not anymore, anyway. Canis duodecim annos Yes, because ducentum is an adjective. It's describing the years. What?
Or they're both AS.
Yes, in for medus multas horas in sole ambulat. He walks for many hours, duration of time, in the sun. Aemilius sex men ses, bene, sex menses, militat in Germania. He does it for 6 months, for a duration of time, 6 months. Yes. Quintus tres dies et tres noctes in lecto jacet. How long does he lay in his bed? For 3 days and 3 nights, that whole time. Milites paucas horas dormiunt. Soldiers sleep few hours. And Julius unum diem. Bene, bene. Medum quaerit. Oh, ubius medus. Medus est malus servus. All right, we have some questions. Let's go through them to review our chapter, and then I will show you what I want you to do for next week, and then we will start looking at colloquium 13. Okay, quote menses. If you guys don't know this answer by now, I just don't know what to do for you. Quote menses sunt in anni. Duodecim menses sunt in anno, non in anni. Qui mensis anni primus est? Januarius est primus mensis. Quis est mensis anni postremus? December est mensis postremus. Quod dies habitanus? As trecenti sexagenta quinque, just like on the other bene. Num homo ducentos annos vivere potest? Minime. No. Nemo potest vivere ducentos annos. A quo nominatur mensis Januarius? A Deo Jano. A Deo Jano. A quo? A Deo Jano. Since the question is from whom, with the ablative, we put the answer in the ablative. A Deo Jano. Quot oculos et quot ora habet Deus Janus. Janus habet oculos. Said habet duas facies. Haec facies habet duos oculos. Haec facies habet duos oculos. Es duo et duo. Es quator. Habet quator oculos. Bene? Said dua ora. Cur mensis nonus September nominator? This is a more difficult question to answer in Latin. Ursus. Say it again.
Quia ad duo leno nomen habitant?
Said septem significat 7. Said September nominator est nonus. It's the 9th month. Cur, Amelia? Do you know? What are they asking? First of all, let's stick with that. Why is Why is the 9th month called September? Because it used to be the 9th month. Because in tempore antiquo, Martius erat primus mensis. So September used to be the 7th. Quot dies habet mensis September? Tregenta. Cum longus est mensis October? Trigente et unum dies. Bene. Est mensis Februarius longior? Minime est brevior. Non est longior, est brevior. Bene. Quest pars diei postrema? Vesper est postrema pars. In quot horas dividitur dies? Duodec. Bene. Quot mensae sunt dimidia pars? Ani. Dimidia pars? Sex menses. Bene. O sum laeta. Magistra est laeta. Est valde laeta. Bene. All right. Here is what we are going to do for next week. We are going to read Colloquium 13. I do not have a video for Colloquium 13. It is not very long. It has nothing new in it, right? No new grammar. And I have sheets, and for Anne and Bryn, I will attach these to the email when I get home. Why don't you, I'm just going to throw these at Amelia, and she can give the other ones away. Okay, let's take a look at these together and see what we're supposed to do, all right? On the first page, exercise 5, we are looking at the positive, comparative, and superlative forms of adjectives. We've learned these over the last 2 chapters, right? So, Quintus est probus. If we just want to say, Quintus is upright. He's good. Quintus est probior quam Marcus. Because Marcus gets in fistfights and punches his sister and stuff. Quintus is more dutiful. I'm trying to think of probus. Good. We'll just say good. Et fortasse Julia est probissima. Maybe she's the best of all the children. Does everybody remember how this works, right? So when we want to we're describing one, we use that positive form. Est probus, or proba, or probum, depending on what or fortis, or longum. If we're comparing 2 things, probior, fortior, longior, well, longius is neuter. Superlative, if you're the most of all, it's got the isimus, or isima, or isimum. So in these sentences, we're going to have to figure out 2 things. Which one of these are we using, and then what ending should it have? So let's just do the first one together. All right, let's just look at the first one together. Nullus mensis something est quam Februarius. No month is shorter than February. So which of these are we using? Positive, comparative, or superlative? Comparative, because we're comparing any other month to February. And listen to what we said in English. Shorter. We use the er. So now we just have to figure out, first of all, or we don't have to figure out what the word is for short because they show us brev. So what do you think goes in the blank? Nullus mensis est brevior. Brevior cum Februarius. Is mensis Februarius est that month of the year is, what would we say in English? Shortest. So we're using that superlative now. Brevisimus. Is mensis ani brevisimus est. Does that make sense to you guys? So you're going to have to stop. And do you notice how almost all of these have at least 2 blanks? You're probably going to find a superlative in one and a comparative in the other. Yes, ma'am.
What was the first, the answer?
Brevior. No month is shorter. Brevior, I-O-R, brevior.
So we don't put the word, we just put the
Yes, you just are putting the endings. They give you the word. You don't have to come up with the word. Yes.
So, right, like under the ending for the superlative, would it be ISSINES?
Yes. That's exactly right. So,
for every or for the last, the second one on
so remember that for those superlatives, the isimus, isima, isimum, they just use us, endings. But the brevior declines like a third declension. So it's brevioris, breviori, breviorem, breviore, and we have to make it match its noun. It uses the x, is, e, m, a endings. Bentley? All right, so if you turn the page, the next page is the colloquium questions. So it's questions about colloquium 13, which I am now going to start reading to you until it's time for us to be done. And I want you to read colloquium, here's your job this week. Read colloquium 13 at least 3 times, if not more, as many times as you can go through it. As always, if you don't understand something, mark it or write a note and say, I don't know what this word means. I do not have a video for colloquium 13.
Maybe I can just watch them.
I want you to do exercise 5 and the questions, which I just gave you. And I want you to work on your memory work, right? Nunc aut numquam semper fidelus possunt, quia posse videntur, et quoque, maybe looking over your endings, your verb forms, your noun forms. Any of the sheets that I have given you previously for chapters, you can go back over those, all right? So let us take some time to go over colloquium 13. We won't get very far, but we can start it. And starting is better than nothing, I always feel. Any questions? Does this make sense to everybody? Ann and Bryn, if you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Please call me or email. All right, let's get our colloquium book out and turn to colloquium 13 and find out what's going on in 13. Oh, persona is medicus. Medicus, Cyrus, Julius, Aemilia, et Syra. Mimenistis, medicus venit ad villam Julii, quia quintus dolet, et medicus aperit venam. Bene? Do you guys remember this? We read, yeah. You remember the doctor came and opened a vein with the, what? On Quintus. Okay. Yes, so we're going back to that. And you might remember that Quintus A was not very happy about it. B, his family seemed to think that was not a very useful thing to do. Yes, because you know, his foot and his head hurt, and so you opened a vein in his arm? What? So we're going back to that. The medicus is getting ready to leave, and this is what happens. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to let Julia get her stuff written out. Okay. All right, bene. Hora octava est. Hora octava. Octo, hora octava. We say it's 8 o'clock, but that's not really how it works. It started at 6 a.m., so it's like 2 in the afternoon. Hora octava est. Dum quintus in lecto jacet, in cubiculo suo, medicus in atrio Julium expectat. Bene, bene. Ubi est quintus? Ubi est quintus? Where is quintus? Ubi est quintus? In cubiculo suo est. Hey, you can come on down if you want to, or you can sit in the sanctuary till we're done. It's either way, it's fine. We've only got about 5 minutes. In cubiculo suo, in lacto est. Ubi est medicus? You have to look in the book, Ben, to know the answer. Okay, in atrio est. In atrio. Bene. Et quid facit medicus? Quid facit in atrio? What is he doing? Quid facit? Expectat Julium. Expectat. Expectat. You know, if we say you expect someone, you think they're coming, but yes, in this it just means waiting for. All right. Servus adest Cyrus. Cyrus adest. Alii servi absunt. Sed Cyrus ad est. Julius ex cubiculo quinti venit. Julius erat in cubiculo quinti, et nunc venit ex cubiculo. Bene. Medicus interrogat. Dormitne puer? Dormitne? Est non? Bene? Medicus interrogat. Non dormit, respondet Julius. Quintus dormire non potest. Quod est quia? Quod quia jam non modo pes eius dolet, sed etiam brachium. Prius pes dolet, et caput dolet. Nunc brachium dolet. Non potest dormire. Nunc brachium quoque dolet. Medicus pes tantum aegrotat. Quid significat medicus, verba medici? Pes tantum aegrotat. Julius dicit, brachium, nunc brachium, quoque dolet. Et medicus responded, no, pes tantum dolet. What do you think he's answering? What's going on between the two of them? What did Julius say, and what does the doctor answer? Oh, okay.
My mom just wants to confirm that in the video.
Yeah, I'll have it up tonight.
All right.
Tell him I hope he feels better.
All right, I will. Thank you.
I was like, did you sleep? And then said no, and then I wish this, like, because of you or something.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, I mean, you're reading. I mean, literally. Julius says he's not asleep, and why is he not able to sleep? But what does he say? Non potest dormire, quod jam non modo pes eius dolet, sed etiam brachium. Yeah, not only now does his foot hurt, his arm hurts. That's why he's not able to sleep. So that's literally, we know why, but that's literally what he says. What does the doctor answer? His answer is pes tantum. Pes tantum aegrotat. Tantum significat only. Pes tantum aegrotat. What's his answer? Aegrotat significat dolet. Aegrotat dolet. Synonyma.
Only his foot.
Yeah, only his foot. His foot is the only thing that's sick. What? Julius, compes agrotat, necesse non est, venam brachi aperire. Pes dolet, pes agrotat. Non necesse est aperire brachium. Cur medicus aperit brachium venam si pes dolet. Est insanum, non est sanum. Bene. All right, let's finish this, his comment. Hoc modo, pes aeger non sanatur. Sano significat facere melior. Bene, sanat. Quomodo sanat pedem. Oh, apparit venam. Yeah, that's exactly Julius's point. What in the world? You do not heal a sick foot by opening up a vein in your arm. Doofus. I don't know what the Latin for doofus is, but that's stultus. Stulte medice. All right, bene. All right, you guys can continue with that. Please, anything you don't understand, mark it down so we can talk about it. And we will go through the questions next week, and we will also go through the colloquium more slowly. All right, have a good week, guys.